Welcome to your Saturday workout, and today we are going to be using bands. These are very versatile. I would like you to start with a light and then we're going to work up to a heavy band. Today we're working in just repetitions of 10 and we're doing 4 sets of 10 per body part today as a circuit. 4 sets of 10 as a circuit, so one exercise after the other. Let's go. The first thing you want to do, just hold this in one hand. You're just going to roll the shoulders around just to get your shoulders nicely loosened. Bend your knees, keep the tummy in. Make sure, see if you can feel any sort of niggles through the neck, etc. Take the head down to one side, come back to center to the other side, back to center and roll again. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Okay, let's test your range of movement. Just take the arms up to the side and down, up to the side and down. Do you feel any niggles through your neck? Do you feel any tightness? If you do, just keep rolling. Try and get rid of that tightness. Take one arm across in front of you, hold it here. And the other arm across in front, hold it here. That stretches through the shoulder. Rotate. Pop your hands together, bend the knees, arms forward, elbows to the side, drop the head down and hold this position. Drop the head down and hold this position, stretching through the neck, pulling fingertips apart. Okay, relax it down. Let's get into your workout. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do is work those biceps. So make sure you stand on the resistance band. Have your hands in a hammer position. Now this means your knuckles facing towards each other. I want you to physically squeeze your shoulder blades back. I want you to squeeze your arms against your body. Can you see it's such a partial movement? We're not extending the joint all the way down, and this is really important, okay? Make sure it's partial. So you've only got 10 reps. Give your arms a bit of a shake. After you've done your first set, we are then on the same muscle. Oh yeah, my dog chewed that. What can you do, eh? The joys of having a puppy. So we're working with a harder resistance band. Now here you want to take the feet slightly further apart, make it harder. And you notice that I've turned my hands around with the palm of the hand facing up towards the ceiling, squeezing my shoulders back, pulling my tummy in. This is a hard one. There's a bit of strain coming through on the face there. And squeeze your arms against the body. Only 10 reps, ladies, but seriously, I can feel this. I can really, really feel it. Okay, let's give it a stretch. So you want to push your hand against the wall, extending from your wrist, stretching your forearm. That's quite intense. Be careful as you straighten your arm there. Same thing on the other side. Don't miss. She missed the wall. So turn away. That's it. Feel the stretch through the forearm. Now, third set, we're back to hammers. Can you see I've rotated that wrist round? And again, squeeze the elbows as much as you can against the body. Retract the shoulders back, stick the chest up, tummy in. Partial movements. Don't over grip the handles. Do not over grip those handles, please, ladies. That's it. Keep going. And breathe. Okay, well done. And the fourth set, we are rotating the hands up towards the ceiling. Notice we are still using the tough band on the fourth set. So you're using that bicep, so squeeze it. Visualize the muscle. Visualize the muscle. Now don't be afraid of lifting weights, because this is really going to shape you beyond your wildest dreams, especially in the arms. And make sure you stretch it out again. The easier band. All right, so this time we are going to be popping the band under the foot. Make sure there's enough tension there. Now bend, hinge from the hip. For your triceps, at the back of the arm, stick your bum back, retract the shoulders back, and lengthen the arm slightly away from the midline of the body, still pulling in the tummy, bending the knees, squeezing the bum, keeping the shoulders back. Do not hyperextend the neck, so look directly down at the floor. Really, really important. And just extend it out, just 10 on each side, pulling that tummy in. Always check your tummies in, all right? And roll the shoulders, unhinge or release, the foot, that's it, and step on it and retract the shoulders back first thing. Stick the bum back, pull the tummy in, make sure you've hinged from the hip. Now the tricep is a horseshoe shaped muscle at the back of the arm there. Really retract the shoulders back and notice how I'm holding it here. So lock it out and hold. Breathe in, breathe out, lock it out and hold. Breathe in as the arm comes in. As you take it out, you breathe out. That's a muscle under contraction. So when a joint is under that kind of force, you want to make sure that you breathe with it, getting that blood flow, the oxygen to the muscle so it can work properly. Breathing is so important. Remember, when a muscle contracts, you must breathe out. Okay, keep going, keep going, keep going. Let's not stop, let's not stop. Now this time, I'm going to be holding the handle slightly differently. Again, stepping on it, making sure there's tension through that band. So retract the shoulders back, stick the bum back. Okay, let's go. Now don't forget, we're changing the wrist. We're changing the direction of the wrist. Squeeze the arm against the body and extend the palm of the hand up towards the ceiling. This is called a reverse tricep extension. Now really physically squeeze the arm. I always find one arm easier to feel than the other. Don't over grip the handles, right? Keep them nice and loose. But you notice the arm is more in the midline of the body. It's not so high. It's harder to take the arm higher with this exercise. So keep going, keep going, keep going. And make sure that you've got that tension. You know, make the tension a little bit more. And the reason why is because we really want to encourage ourselves to progress. And this is called exercise progression, all right? So every single set, you're going to make the band a little bit shorter. And notice that the wrist is still turned with the palm hand facing up towards the ceiling. Stick your bum back, squeeze your shoulder blades back, look down at the floor so you don't hyperextend the neck. That's really important. Now pull your stomach in, really pull it in towards the spine. And as you extend, really flex the back of the arm, all right? You don't want too much movement coming from the shoulder, all right? And then we're on the other side. Okay, this is our third set. We're now using the thicker band. Can you see that I'm using the thicker band? Now notice where my hand is. The knuckles are facing the body. Breathe in, breathe out, lock. Pull the tummy in. Breathe in, breathe out, lock. That back is nice and flat. The shoulders are back, the tummy is in, and we're locking the arm out. Now, because the band is thicker, you're not going to get so much range of movement, which is absolutely fine. This is the whole idea of progressing the exercise. Now, retract the shoulders back before you start. That's it. And keep tension on the band and make sure that you're actually holding onto the band itself instead of the handle. You're going to extend the arm back and take it in. Good. Now, if you feel some kind of pull in your back, make sure you just bend the knees a little bit more. So breathe out and breathe in and breathe out and breathe in. That's it. Lock it out and down. Lock it out and down. Keep going. All right. And unhook. Now you're going to feel that in your triceps. Believe me, I can feel it every time I work my triceps, no matter how light the weight. You've got to visualize everything in your mind's eye. Make sure you give it a good stretch there and reach down the back. Breathe in, breathe out, pull the tummy in. Keep the shoulders back as you do this. Turn towards the front and you got your next exercise. Back to the other one again. So this is our fourth set. And again, you're using the thicker band. Now, I want you to stand on that band a little bit lower down to really increase the tension. Please take note of the hand grip. Have you noticed that the wrist is turned again? So retract the shoulders back, stick the bum back, off you go. Now, if you're finding your body scrunched up, take one leg, extend it further out behind so it's easier to get into position. So you've got more to lean into. You kind of lean into that exercise. So as you push the arm or the palm up to the ceiling, press down through the chair with the wrist. Pull the tummy in, keep the shoulders back. Same thing on the other side. Just take a note of the kind of tension you've got. You want to work equally on each side. So straight arm to start, hinging at the hip. Keep the arm straight, retract the shoulder there. And then you're going to ease up and extend. And extend. Now this is tough, okay? So the band wants to force my whole arm down. I've got to resist that. You can see the tricep contracting in the back of the arm there. Now as I'm doing this, you can see my shoulders slightly coming forward. I want you to push your shoulders back as much as possible and really keep your form. After 4 sets, you are done. Woo-hoo. That's a tough one. Ouch. Yeah, I can feel that one. So make sure in this stretch you keep the shoulder away from the chin. And again, your tricep stretch, really reach down behind the head, lift up through the tummy, roll those shoulders around one way and the other. Okay, right. Next exercise, we're going into shoulder raises. Shoulder raises, we're using our lighter band, ladies. Use the light band. Now you can see I've hooked it under my thighs. And I want to be holding this on the handle itself, all right? Because that keeps the wrist nice and securely. Then, to cause more tension and more progressive overload, you'll see that I've got it wrapped around the wrist, all right? That means it won't go loose when I take the movement down. I've got my elbows bent. I'm pulling in my stomach. I'm keeping my shoulders back, lifting up, slowly down, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. Now, that bend in the arm is quite excessive. It really is quite excessive. It's not a long arm. All right, so usually I would do the side raises with only a slight bend in the elbow. However, this one's a little bit different. It is quite intense, but you'll get more range of movement because the limb itself is shorter. All right, so a real bend at the elbows there. Breathe out, breathe in. Back of the hand is going up towards the ceiling. Now this is hurting me, okay? Focus on your shoulders. Don't lift with your forearm. Pull the tummy in, keep the shoulders back. Keep going. Drive up through the floor. Energy coming through the floor. Ouch, that hurts. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. Now, why do we do weights? We do weights in order to, increase the lean tissue. The more lean tissue you have, next band. All right, this is where it gets tough, ladies. The more lean tissue you have, the less body fat you have. This is why we work it. And guess what? This is great for your posture. How many of you catch a glimpse in the mirror and see your shoulders rounded, or you find yourself looking down, your tummy's poking over your waistband? Right, here we go. I've sorted out my hands. Now you can see I'm holding onto the handles here because the band is tougher. Now you can see that's an excessive bend in the elbow. So you're lifting at right angles from the midline of the body. The movement is small. You're not going all the way up and all the way down. You do not take the tension off the band itself. You just keep going and working through. All right, when you've done 10, just give it a shake, give it a stretch. Really lean into that stretch, making sure that you feel it going through the neck. Okay, all right, got to sort the hair out. But any of you got curly hair, you'll know what I mean. All right, so the next set, let's go. Same thing. I know I'm smiling. This really hurts. Lift and down and squeeze and down. Breathe out, breathe in. The muscle contracts, breathe out. As it releases, you breathe in. Keep going and breathe. Keep going and breathe. Work through the burn. And then when you come to 10, just roll those shoulders around. Stretch the neck again. Really important to stretch the neck out afterwards. All right, because you don't want accumulation of lactic acid, which will make it sore the next day. Okay, 4 sets. All right, let's go. You're going to sit on the chair. You're going to place the band behind the back of the chair itself, around the seat. We're doing chest press. Now, why work the chest, ladies? You can notice that the accumulation of fat comes through where the biceps is into under the arm. You know, we're all going to get a little bit as we age. You know, we're not all going to have thin arms unless you're genetically gifted. So you really have to work the chest, not excessively. It's not a muscle I would train regularly, but really feel that pinch through the chest. Just take the arms behind and give a little bit of a stretch, okay? Second set, you're also using the same band. Pull the tummy in, keep the shoulders back, and off you go. Now take those elbows out to the side and make sure the band doesn't ping off the chair behind you, or you're going to get a whack on the back of the head. So just be really sensible with this, okay? Make sure it's a high back chair, and breathe out and breathe in. So you breathe out as it goes forward. As you stretch it, you breathe in and relax it round. Okay, good, good, good. Give it a little bit of a stretch. Pull the tummy in, keep the shoulders back. Right, now the next set, you're going to be using the thicker band. It is the same exercise. This is just called progressive overload. So with each set, you want to ideally be going heavy. If you've got 4 bands, use 4 bands and go up in weight each time, yeah? I've only got 2. I don't really feel the need for 4. One is broken. It's great having a puppy. I love it so much. Okay, let's go. Push forward and back. Breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. Can you see how I'm actually physically pushing the hands together? So squeeze, release, squeeze and release. Now don't let that band ping you back. You want to be releasing under tension, nice and slow. Roll the shoulders round, take a deep breath. Now we don't rest much between sets because we're not excessively overloading that muscle. That didn't work, did it? Those bands do not balance. All right, we're going to stretch the chest here. Keep the hands together, place the heel of the hand together, extend that index finger and get a beautiful stretch through the chest. Very important muscle to stretch, ladies. We've got boobs. You'll find that your chest muscles shorten, especially as you get older and you're hunched over, you're working on your laptop. I'm a culprit for that as well, you know. So unless we're bouncing around on exercise balls or in chairs that are made to support our back more, we're going to be slouching over. So really important to stretch the chest as well as to keep it nice and toned, because we're looking at, you can see the muscles activating through the top of the shoulder into the bit that kind of accumulates around the bra line there. All right, breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out and keep it going. Pull the tummy in, keep the shoulders back, give it a shake. Woo, we've done 4 sets. Yeah, posture is so important. So lifting up through the top of the head, the energy coming through the feet, and feel as though there's an energy flow there. All right, so extend the arms back, heels of the hands together, stretch that chest again, give the arms a bit of a shake. Okay, right, here we go. I'm teaching you. All right, now here you can see the back muscle. Yeah, you can see the rear delts and the rhomboids. So the latissimus dorsi, there's my teaching over, it's a big V-shaped muscle. We are going to attack your lats and your rhomboids today. Okay, so you are going to place the band under the foot again. So same tricep extensions earlier, only this time you're doing a row. So pretend you're rowing a boat with the knuckles facing in towards the body. Your bum is sticking backwards, your shoulders are back, your head is just looking down at the hand, all right? And make sure you push down through the bench with your hand. Breathe out and breathe in. Breathe out and breathe in. Now this is quite a light tension, okay? It's just really to get that momentum, that mobility through your back. You're working on your scapula, so imagine your scapula is retracted back towards your spine. Every time you do this exercise, pull your tummy in, bend, hinge from the hip, take one hand forward and off you go. All right, that one didn't work. Can you see how it slipped out from under the foot? So make sure you've got the foot firmly on the band. Breathe out, breathe in. So you can see my arm coming up beyond the waistline, so it extends away beyond the midline of the body, but retracting that shoulder back each time. You can almost see the shoulder blade retracting back as the arm lifts up. This is a really important exercise for your rhomboids. It does work the latter part of your latissimus dorsi as well. Okay, I'm making it harder. Can you see I've wrapped the band around the wrist now? Breathe out, breathe in. What this does is enable me to relax the fingers more, which then engages through the back more. So you breathe out and you breathe in. Breathe out and you breathe in. Keep the tummy in and the shoulders back as you go through the movement. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Nice one. All right, same thing on the other side. Make sure you're securing the weight there. Okay, let's go and tip forward. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep it going. Lift and breathe out. Breathe in. Pull the tummy in. Keep the shoulders back, so don't hunch over in the top of your back there. Just keep the head looking forward. Don't drop the head down or you'll curve your spine. And give it a little bit of a shake. Okay, 1 point there. We are going to use the next one. So you want your thicker band there. You're going to do exactly the same thing, but just watch the hand grip there. So you're standing on the resistance band and hinging from the hip, shoulders back, tummy in, and off you go. All right, let's go. We're going to pull it back. 1 and squeeze. 3 up. 4 up. 5 pull. 6 squeeze. 7 up. 8 press. 9 should get a nice tension there. Okay, if you don't feel it's tight enough, then just change the foot position. All right, keep going. Bending over from the waist again, exactly the same thing. Breathe out and breathe in. Push down through the hand onto the chair. bend the back knee a little bit. You're in a lunge position. And you really want to feel as though you're engaged. That means sucking the tummy in as you do this movement. All right, so give it a bit of a shake. We're directly over onto the other side, just making sure that that tension is increased by wrapping the band around the knuckles a bit further. Make sure it's comfortable though and doesn't cut off your circulation, all right? So breathe out, breathe in, retract the shoulder blade, release, retract the shoulder blade, release. Now as it gets heavier, it's going to pull you down more, which is good. It means it's engaging through your lats. It means you're engaging through the mid part of the back and into the upper back, and just switch it onto the other side. So the hand goes down, wrap it around. Okay, remember to wrap it around. So you mimic what you did on one side to the other side. Let's go, lift, keep going, up, and again, breathe out, breathe in, and again. And pull, tummy in, shoulders back, lift, and lift, and lift, and squeeze, and lift. Excellent. Well, we've done it. Woo! We did it, we did it, we did it. Okay, let's have a little bit of a stretch. Hands forward, link the fingers together, head down. Pull the fingertips apart as you contract through the spine and hold. Drop the head down. Hold it here. Keep pulling those fingertips apart. Breathe. Couple of deep breaths there. All right. Jump down onto the floor. 2 resistance bands. Use the lighter one first, please, ladies. Behind your bottom, tummy in, contract the pelvis. So just really small contractions. You can see the glute contracting as the hamstring engages there. Pull the tummy in, push the legs out to the side, push the legs right out so you've got tension on your glute medius and your minimus. Good. And squeeze all the way up, slowly down. Breathe out, breathe in. So we're activating through the bit that goes wobbly. You can see where the glute goes up and the hamstring starts. That's the bit you've got to focus on just here. Pull the tummy in as you go up. That's it. Press the knees out at the same time. Get the pelvis as high as you can. And breathe through the movement. Hug those knees into the chest. Hold it here. Okay, chucking the band away. And around onto the side. Good, you want your thick band now. When you increase the resistance, it causes more tears in the muscle. When the tears are caused in the muscle, they then repair. And upon repairing, that's how you increase your strength. Let's go, lift and lift. And breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. You got this. And squeeze, keep it going. Press through the heel, lift the toe up slightly. And think of pulling the tummy in, press up the pelvis. Think of the wobbly bit where the hamstring meets the glute and hug those knees into the chest again. Breathe, 1 and 2. You've got 4 sets of this. Take the legs even further apart with the thick band on. Go 1, press 2 and 3. Now think of really using and squeezing your hamstring. So you've got to go higher and you're going to feel the hamstring tie-in, I call it, where the glute meets the hamstring there. Lift and squeeze, lift and squeeze. Breathe out, breathe in. Ouch. Do you know what? That really hurts. Ooh. Yeah, who else has got a burn? I've got a burn. I always have a burn with this one. No matter how often I do this, I always have a burn. No matter how often I do this, I always have a burn. Okay. Right, you want to get your lighter band. Lie down on the floor. Opening and closing. So the first set is going to be without the bands on. And when you retract back, retract through the hip. Okay, imagine the hip is doing the movement, not the knee. Just there, right on the back side. All right, just 10. Then you're going to pop the lighter band on and go into the same movement again. So we're going to get progressive overload straight away, doing 4 sets, using different thicknesses of bands and just body weight. Let's lift it, go, and lift. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. And again, lift, and lift, squeeze, squeeze. Excellent, keep going. Pull the tummy in, keep the shoulders back. And then we're taking off the band, flick it off quickly, put the thick one on. It's a bit fiddly doing it this way, so by all means do sit up and put the band on. So you've got to try and get the leg in without losing balance. All right, and when you're ready, hug those knees in towards the chest. Okay, and off we go. Lifting the knee again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That's hurting. Okay, squeeze back. 5. You're going to feel it go in right under the glute there. 7. That's it. Squeeze it all the way. You can do it. Breathe through it. And give it a little bit of a pat. All right, you can feel that burn. Keep the tummy pulled in. We've got another set. This is number 4. Remember, we've got 4 sets of this. I know, a little bit of a killer, but retract. You're going to feel that burn as you've never felt it before. Just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Use the thickest band on this one. Thickest band on this one. That's it. Wow, that's a bit of a burn. Okay, we're going to go on to the other side. So walk yourself over. You've got to go back through to number 1, no weight. Number 2, lightweight. Number 3 and 4 is the thicker band. So we're just going to repeat exactly what we did on the other side. All I require you to do is keep form. Cannot get progressive overload if you haven't got good form, ladies. Okay, so your nose needs to be over your knees. The feet needs to be slightly extended forward, not too far back, and open and close. All right, if the feet are too far back, you're not going to work the glutes so much because the limb is shorter. Yeah, so pull the tummy in. Keep the shoulders back, but keep the hands forward to keep those hips forward. So you don't want to rotate the hips back in this movement. So once you've done your 10, grab your bands and you're on your next set. Slip it in elegantly, which I definitely am not doing. Oh, I can't always be elegant, can we, ladies? Yeah. All right, let's go. So put the band around the knees. 1, 2, 3. Lift it. 1 and 2. Squeeze. 3. Do not let the leg come all the way down. All right. Really key here. Don't let the tension come off your shins. Keep going. Lift and lift. And again, breathe out. Breathe in. That's it. Cool. That was over quickly, wasn't it? Give it a little bit of a pat, and don't forget to change to the thicker band as elegantly as you can. Here we go. All right. Let's have a go at this one then. Oh, let's just move the hair out of the way. Have you ever wondered why I keep my hair down? It's because if I pull it back, it falls out. It's great being in the menopause, isn't it? Don't use elastic bands in your hair. Top tip, ladies. Pull the tummy in. Keep the shoulders back. Mind to muscle connection here. So you've got to think, why is the knee moving back? Because I'm using my glute to pull the limb back, all right? So your mind to muscle connection is what's working as you work through the pain. Now pull the tummy in as the pain comes in. That's it. Keep going. Keep going. And breathe. For those of you that have had children and have experienced natural childbirth, this is nothing. So enjoy it. Enjoy that feeling. Let's go. Lift and lift and squeeze and squeeze. Keep going. Breathe. Breathe. That's it. Don't rock those hip backs. Resist rocking those hip backs. Don't rock the hips. Don't rock the hips. All right, give it a little bit of a shake. Okay, breathe. All right, lying down. Ah, we've got some abs here for you. Hold it. Static contraction. Static contraction. All right, let's go. We're going to be working our reverse abs, so our lower abdominals. Really important aspect to work. If you have had a cesarean and you are unsure as to whether you have any kind of hernia, just be careful when doing abdominal exercise. If you've got any kind of hernia, just stick to planks. Top tip there. And squeeze. All right, you've only got 10. It's pretty easy here. So you've got 10 reverse crunches. 10 reverse crunches. Let's go. 1. Now I'm taking the feet slightly further away from the body. I'm trying not to move my upper body here. So I'm squeezing my bum and squeezing my legs together at the same time to really get that range of movement. And also, if you place your hand on your lower abs, you'll feel it contract and harden as the leg goes away. So on the next set, come up and hold it. So you're taking the shoulders off the floor. Now, you won't get your shoulders off the floor unless you're Superwoman. But you aim to lift up slightly, okay? Keep an apple gap between the chin and the chest. That's it. Keep going. You got it. You got it. Let's go. And relax. Okay, now the arms come down again. You're taking the legs further away. Pull the tummy in. Off you go. Squeeze the legs together. Try not to arch the back. So contract. Squeeze your bum. Let's go. 1. Tap. 2. Tap. 3. Tap. 4. Try and keep that back down. 5, that's it. Put the hands on the tummy. 6, to minimize the amount of movement. 7, 8, squeeze it. 9, up, good. Last one, and hug it into the chest. And relax, relax, relax. Okay, make sure that back feels nice and flat there. All right, so quick check-in with you. Food, just before we go on to calves. Have you had breakfast today? If you haven't, make a note to have it. Keep a diary of your food, all right? That is one of my top tips for this Saturday workout, ladies. Keep your diary, note your feelings after certain food groups. All right, here I'm doing calf exercises. It is so easy, all right? You are standing with your feet at various positions here. So the first one we've done with feet turning out. Second one, we've got those knees knocking together and you're lifting up. Now the calf is made of 2 muscles, the gastrocnemius and the soleus. If you work a muscle within one lateral movement or one particular movement, you're not going to work every aspect of the calf muscle. So in order to get a muscle working 3-dimensionally, you change the foot. If you notice, the first one was like a ballet dancer, the second one was the toes pointed in, pigeon-toed, and the third one is with the legs together and also taking the hands away from the chair. So by doing that, you're working more of the stabilizing muscles of the body. Give your legs a shake. Don't directly stretch it out after a calf exercise because you will pull your calf muscles. So be really careful when going into this stretch. All right, well done, ladies. You've got through that workout. That's it. Breathe. Okay, down on the floor. Hug your knees into the chest, flatten the back. You want about 3 or 4 deep breaths here. Take the feet behind your bottom, cross the leg over. Now we're going to stretch the glute by pushing the knee out. All right, those of you that got hip issues, knee issues, just be careful on this one. Do the same thing on both sides. Breathe in, breathe out, stretch it. Ow, that one hurts. Oh, I can feel that in my hip. Breathe through it, breathe through it. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And then, woohoo, I love this one. So important for your hips. Now we're taking both legs to one side, all right? And you're looking in the opposite direction. So I'm looking at camera, well, because I love you, obviously, but because I need to stretch the neck. So after you've centered, you come to the other side, you just drop the knees, don't move the feet, and look away. So by looking away, you're stretching through the shoulders and through the neck. That's it. And hold it there for about 10 seconds or so. Breathe in and breathe out. Come back to the center. Hug the knees into the chest and flatten the back again. Take one leg up. Take the other leg down. And breathe and stretch into the hamstring. Circle the ankle a little bit. Hold it. Change the other side. Lengthen. Hold. And circle it round. Really important to maintain that flexibility through your hamstrings. If you've got flexible hamstrings, it means you're less likely to have a tight lower back. It's quite often we don't stretch enough, you know. And as our bodies become older, we need to stretch. We need to get rid of lactic acid after exercise. Oh, this stretch is so good. I love this one. And this one is going to help your shoulders. So stretching through your delts, arms up, side, toes down. If you're getting cramped, just flex the feet. That's it. Pull the tummy in and up you come.
Don't forget to follow me, Menopause Lifestyle Solution.com, Instagram at Menopause Lifestyle Solution. My name is Livia Francis. Thank you so much for joining me on this fabulous Saturday workout. If you've got any questions, don't forget to hop on my Facebook, and you can actually ask me personally about any of the information that's in the videos. So don't forget to subscribe, click that bell notification, and I will see you next Saturday for another all over body workout, especially for women who want to tone up in the menopause.